Welcome back to the Castos YouTube channel. Today is not an educational video. It's going to be an overview, maybe even a gloating session on our new Castos.com branding and website. And I want to highlight some of the things that I'm super excited about on the website. If you've been a customer of ours for a long time, we're going to take a look at some places that we've heavily improved the website on and in the app itself, and just sort of talk about what's coming next for Castos. So, new paint job, not only a new paint job, that was the actual code name of updating the podcast software. It was called Project Paint Job. But we have new branding, we have new messaging, and we have, again, this whole brand new website and most importantly, experience with our brand. So you can see that we've been running the Castos.com website for many, many years, of course on WordPress, because that goes really well with our own WordPress plugin. But we had a legacy brand, a legacy design from when Craig started the company many, many moons ago. We've updated it. We've made it sharper. We've made it much more in line to current design expectations and navigation expectations. And what I like, starting with number one, is our navigation, because now things are nicely organized and you can find it. Like, did you even know that if you're one of our private podcast users, and by the way, everyone gets private podcasting, even at the starter plan, we have a mobile app that when your listeners subscribe to your private podcast, you can either have them listen to it in any podcast app that they want, or you can let them listen to it in the Castos app, which would be specific to them. So if they're not really podcast listeners and you want to make sure that they're really dialed in on yours, you don't want to help them add podcasts to their Apple Podcast player or Overcast, they can listen to it in the Castos app, and it makes it super easy. Did you know we have that? Now you do. It should be really easy for you to find it, and everything else we do up in our new navigation, under products, under features, and the services that we provide. There's a lot of nice stuff up there, and nicely designed stuff, if I do say so myself. Next up, and this arguably might be my favorite section of the website, it's the Castos Originals landing page. Now, you might know that I co-host the Audience podcast with Craig and Sam and Stuart and many others that are going to be coming into the Audience fold. We have the 3 Clips podcast hosted by Jay Acunzo. If you're looking to take your podcast to the real next level, above what we talk about on the Audience podcast, the 3 Clips podcast is there for you. Jay does a phenomenal job breaking down, quite literally, 3 clips from other podcasts from around the world. He talks to a lot of amazing creatives. And then we have a podcast from our development/customer experience team called Logic Accessibility. And Logic and Accessibility is hosted by Kim and Alec. They're talking all about accessibility and how we roll that concept, or how we live it, within Castos. Watch this page for some more Castos Original series coming soon. That's also what I'm really excited about. But we have this nice landing page now with all of our original shows and more to come. Okay. Now, if you want to just take it a step further and see what else went into the redesign, listen to this episode hosted by Craig called Behind the Scenes of a Brand Redesign. Craig interviewed myself, Kim, and Francois, who's the lead designer of our new branding, and how we approached it, what it meant to us, and what the whole process was. I'll link that in the YouTube description below. Last but not least, on the design side of things, is we've rolled out a website called tempo.castos.com. And Tempo sets the heartbeat of the Castos product team. This is all of our design. This is all of our language, our purpose, our vision, our mission, to everything that we do at Castos. On the surface, it might look just like the designs and stuff like that, but it's really who we're going after as customers and what our core mission and values are. But if you want to get to the fun stuff, you can see all of the design principles that we've put in place. You can grab all of our colors and how we use them across our branding and our application, typography, images. So if you're somebody out there writing about Castos, you can go right to tempo.castos.com and get all of those assets. Logos, Academy logos, production logos. It's really cool what Francois and team put together in place. They all have this sort of uniqueness for each sort of division of Castos. So it's exciting to see this stuff all roll out. Speaking of rolling out, let's take a look at the dashboard. So if you've been a user for quite some time, all of that red is gone, and now purple is our primary color. And not only did we change colors, but we changed the typography, the tightness of the UI. Everything, I feel, is much more readable, much better contrast. You can find form field elements a lot easier. You can read text a lot sharper. Things like the analytics and the graphs look much better. It's a really exciting update, and this is just the surface of the redesign of the backend, because what this does is set the foundation for new features to come into place. You know, I've been a cheerleader for the podcasting 2.0 stuff. There's a lot of podcast 2.0 stuff that's coming soon. And you can find it a lot easier when you are in, when you're in the settings. You can find your learn more links a whole heck of a lot easier. You can go into feed details and just see the stuff. Anything that is podcast 2.0 related, like the funding link, that's all in there now, and you can see it clearly and visibly. Really excited for the foundation that this sets for future features to come. And we do have many of them coming. Some of them you'll see by the end of the year for sure, but certainly into 2022, we'll have a lot of amazing stuff. If you're a private subscriber, check out this dashboard as well. If you don't know anything about private subscriptions here at Castos, and you want to monetize your podcast, you want to start a members-only podcast, you want to start a podcast for your company, and you don't want the world to listen to it, you just want your company to listen to it, check out Private Podcasting by Castos. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you want more. If you have features you want in Castos, let me know. Tell me, what do you want to see in your podcast hosting? Okay, we'll see you in the next video.